The very first day of jury selection, finally, for the Delphi murders trial now is wrapping up at this hour.
And at last check, there were 14 jurors already selected for the trial, nearly 2,800 days after someone killed Abby Williams and Libby German. Good evening, I'm Jenny Runovich in tonight for Felicia Lawrence.
And I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan. Thank you for joining us. On the scene tonight, our senior investigative reporter, Bob Siegel. He's in Allen County. He's been covering the developments in this case for us for years now.
Yeah, he joins us live from Fort Wayne now, where he just stepped out from the courtroom. So, Bob, you've been in there all day. What have you learned?
Actually underway in the Delphi murders trial. 16 jurors total are needed. We now have 14 of those jurors that have been selected for the trial of Richard Allen, and that includes 8 women and 6 men, all Allen County residents from all walks of life, including a nurse, a school counselor, a stay-at-home mom, a transportation director, and a seminary professor. Here's what happened in court today. 52 possible jurors were split into groups and then questioned by both the Carroll County prosecutor and Richard Allen's defense team. Many of those jurors were dismissed because of their personal biases or hardships that would be caused by a month-long trial. The state and the defense team then agreed on 14 jurors following the questioning. That includes 12 jurors who will make up the formal jury. Then 2 alternates have been selected, and tomorrow the plan is to wrap up jury selection by selecting 2 more alternates, so that there will be 4 alternates altogether. I want to point out Richard Allen was inside the courtroom during all the proceedings today. He was actually very active helping his attorneys select the jurors and giving them input about which jurors he preferred. And also, he was wearing a light purple button-down dress shirt and khaki pants. It's the first time in the 2 years since he's been arrested and charged with murder that we've seen him wearing anything other than a prison jumpsuit. Also want to mention, there was one particularly poignant and somewhat tense moment inside jury selection today. That's when defense attorney Andrew Baldwin stood behind Richard Allen, put his hands right on his shoulders, looked directly at the potential jurors in the jury box, and he said to them, "You guys look at this man right here. Is it really possible that he might be innocent of this crime?" During that time, Richard Allen was staring directly at the jury and smiled at them. That drew an objection from prosecutor Nick McClelland. At that point, both sides went up to the judge, and there was a side discussion. And after that, then the jury selection continued. Also today, inside the courtroom, both sides, the prosecutor and the defense, gave many opening statements to the potential jurors that were meeting there, including the jurors that have been selected. And that really foreshadows what we're going to hear when the formal part of this trial begins and when the opening statements take place on Friday. I'll tell you what was included in those opening statements coming up on 13 News at 6. For now, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, that's Bob Siegel reporting live for us as that jury selection gets underway today in Fort Wayne at the Allen County Courthouse.
Yes, so many people focused on this. Bob, thank you. Today's jury selection is just the start of a very emotional journey for the family and friends of Abby Williams and Libby German, as well as the entire town of Delphi.
So the girls' families haven't been able to speak to the media very much throughout the legal process, and today, Libby German's grandmother, that's Becky Patty, went online to share some thoughts. And it was on Facebook that she wrote this rather lengthy post saying in part, quote, "We have waited over 7.5 years for this. It all seems like a dream that is about to turn into a nightmare. I have thought about this day and tried to prepare for this day for years, but in the end, can anyone really prepare for something like this?"
We want to let you know you can watch our Delphi trial special right now on WTHR+. That'll help you get caught up on all the major moments and developments leading up to this week.
It's on demand 24/7 on our WTHR+ app. If you don't have it, get it. It's a free download on Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and Roku. Just search WTHR in the respective app stores. Matt?
Anne-Marie, it is a lot colder. Someone left the door open last night because those northwest winds have been coming in ever since yesterday. We've dropped into the 50s for highs today. We'll probably stay again in the 50s, maybe even low 50s tomorrow. It definitely feels more like fall out there. And we've got to track lake effect, not lake effect snow, lake effect rain. Warm enough to still stay in that range. But we haven't talked about lake effect in a while. These cold north winds are coming right over Lake Michigan, producing extra clouds and producing some spotty, misty showers every once in a while. Most of them have been fairly north of Indianapolis. You've got to go more towards the Kokomo area and Tipton and Peru to see some of those showers out there. But otherwise, it's been pretty quiet here at home, other than just being kind of mostly cloudy and a little bit breezy. But most of us are staying on the drier side. Best chance of rain will be north and west of Indianapolis for the rest of this evening. Tomorrow, though, our rain chances do slightly go up. So we're going to talk about those. We're also going to talk about who has the chance for a frost and who has a chance for a freeze coming up this week.
All right, Matt, thank you. We'll check back. Meantime, here's the latest from Central Indiana. Metro Police right now are investigating several homicides and death investigations from over this past weekend.
Yeah, in fact, 2 of those incidents happened just a mile apart in the downtown district. So our Anna Chalker joins us in studio tonight with what police are saying about these investigations.
Well, ladies, police believe there are several incident witnesses in both of these cases, and they're looking for them right now because they both happened in heavily populated areas in downtown.
This weekend, downtown flooded with police lights and crime scene tape. The first incident happening early Saturday morning. Police say a gun battle between 2 vehicles killed a man and injured a woman near IU Indy's campus.
We just feel for the family that's grieving over a lost loved one, and then another individual involved in that's a victim, and what that person's going through. It's tragic, and it shouldn't happen to anybody in this city.
Right now, it's still unclear how many people were involved in this shooting.
The detectives are working tirelessly to canvass the area, gather surveillance footage, and continuing to ask the community for any information you may have.
Almost 24 hours later, police found a man dead with traumatic injuries near the intersection of Illinois and Georgia streets, the same place where 7 teenagers were injured in a mass shooting back in March. But IMPD says crime in the downtown district is down.
It's one of the safest, if not the safest, in the nation for large cities, and we stand by that.
According to recent data, there have been 19 non-fatal shootings this year. While overall crime is down, homicides are up, with 5 compared to 3 last year. So what has kept these numbers so low? Police say they've used more cameras, bike and foot patrols, and partnered with other agencies throughout the district.
We worked very hard at ensuring that we remove that small amount of criminal activity, those individuals responsible for that criminal activity, from our community.
IMPD did tell me that the curfew they enforced this year has helped bring down some of that crime, but with everything added to the district along with technology, they say it's still important for community members, whether if you live here or if you're just visiting, to see if you see something, make sure you say something immediately.
That's right. You can call IMP directly or call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS.
Yep.
Anna, thank you.
Well, Metro Police are also investigating several other deaths. Officers found someone shot and killed inside a car near East 30th Street and North Franklin Road. That's on Denise East Side. Police say they found the man's body in the driver's seat of that car, still on the road, around 12:30 this morning. Metro Police also investigating a deadly shooting on the west side of Indianapolis. Officers there first responded to a complaint of a loud party near West 34th and Moeller Road. Well, when they got there, they learned about a shooting and then found a man who'd been shot and killed outside a garage in the area.
A Lawrence cemetery dating back to the early 1800s is now the final resting place for veterans of some of this country's earliest wars. In fact, there's a veteran buried there who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Well, now it's the site of a debate about some cemetery policies recently posted on a sign there. Our Emily Longnecker is here to explain.
Well, take a look. This is the sign that's causing all the controversy. The cemetery's trustees say they're the ones that recently put it up, and on it, it says that there are no foreign flags allowed here at grave sites.
This was the Irish flag someone left at a grave here a few weeks ago. The cemetery isn't sure who's responsible. It was left at the grave of a Revolutionary War soldier, Private William Reddick. Cemetery trustees say Reddick came from Ireland when he was a teenager. Mark Rhodes noticed the Irish flag left at Reddick's grave a few weeks ago and then noticed it was gone. Rhodes has family buried here and has recently been trying to clean up other grave sites that have deteriorated, like Reddick's. The cemetery is run by a board of trustees headed up by Rhodes' cousin. Rhodes noticed the Irish flag missing from Reddick's grave, and then this sign. It says no foreign flags are allowed and visitors can only attend to graves belonging to their family.
If you're going to make a change like this as trustees, you have to present that kind of change to your donors. But, you cannot make these kind of radical changes without some feedback from your community.
Cemetery trustees say the cemetery is maintained through donations. Rhodes says he donates about $200 a year. The head trustee didn't want to go on camera, but said the cemetery can't just assume William Reddick would want to celebrate his Irish heritage, and they're honoring him as an American who fought in the Revolution.
And coming up tonight at 6, we'll explain more about why the trustees say they put up this sign and what could make them change their mind about this no foreign flag policy. In Lawrence, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Emily, thank you. Tonight we're learning that a man found dead in a fire did not die from the flames there. This comes from the Marion County coroner, who determined that the 67-year-old man in fact died from an acute medical emergency. This fire went down at a Southside Indianapolis apartment complex just before 1 Sunday afternoon. Fire investigators now say that smoking materials ignited something combustible, and that's what started the blaze. Keep in mind, happening tomorrow night, construction will begin on I-65 South in downtown Indianapolis.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one. So crews are going to be closing all lanes of 65 South between 11th Street and Alabama Street. You'll be forced to get off at West Street once you hit downtown, and you won't be able to take the Meridian Street exit, I-70 East and West, or the exit ramps to Michigan, Ohio, and Fletcher.
And wait, there's more. 5 on-ramps to I-65 South also going to be closed. We've got the maps and the detours. You're going to want to check this out so you don't get frustrated. Know before you go by going to our website at WTHR.com and study that map.